Hello, I'm Taimur Nabili in Washington with the main stories on Al Jazeera. Thailand's capital Bangkok remains under a state of emergency after another night of violence. Anti-government red shirt protesters clashed with police, resulting in at least one demonstrator being killed. A suspended army general allied with the red shirts was also shot in the head and is now in critical condition. Wayne Hay is in Bangkok and explains the general's significance.
Well, he's been certainly an outspoken supporter of the red shirts, of the United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship. He had been suspended by the military for criticising the head of the army and also for taking off to the United Arab Emirates to visit the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra.
Afghanistan's President Hamid Karzai is wrapping up a four-day visit to the US. On Thursday, Karzai visited Arlington National Cemetery and walked among the tombstones of US troops killed fighting in Afghanistan. After months of tension, the Afghan leader's visit was meant to repair relations with the Obama administration and present a united front. The oil company BP says it will thread a small tube into a jagged pipe on the seafloor to suck oil to the surface in the latest effort to contain the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. The company says it's hoping to start putting the tube into place in the next few hours. BP's also planning to install an underwater dome next week to pump oil from the leak to a vessel on the surface. Al Jazeera's Nick Spicer has more from the Gulf of Mexico.
There are basically two technologies they're looking at. One of them is using something called a top hat, which is, if you will, basically a two-ton vacuum nozzle. It will sit over the broken pipe, and there will be a pipe connecting that nozzle to a ship, and it will take all of the oil and gas and mud aboard and then separate them. The other technology would be something like a straw, which they would stick inside the broken oil pipe, and it would have a cork which would prevent any other oil from leaking out around it.
Those are the top stories, but don't forget you can keep up to date with all the breaking news by visiting our website aljazeera.net/English.